Hey y'all, welcome back to my shop. I am the Backwoods Modeler. Today we're going to build us a single cab dually, which this ought to be a pretty quick, easy process. This one is just a matter of shortening the chassis to make the cab and the bed line up, and it should be good to go. So I do have a little pro tip for y'all. I don't know what y'all do, but a lot of times I keep a lot of my parts in the bed of the trucks. Keeps everything organized, and I know what truck which parts go to. But what I have also found is getting some of these condiment cups from some restaurants. I'm not going to name names. I don't need anybody coming after me. But you know, you go into these certain restaurants, they have these little condiment cups, you know, for your ketchup and whatnot. Snag a couple of those, and there you go. Instant little parts cup. Like I said, I've got a few of them. Don't tell nobody. So, let's get into this. Today, all we're going to really have to do with this is to shorten the chassis a little bit. You can see I got a different light here, guys, to try to make these black trucks show up a little better. Hopefully that helps. So, with this being an M2 chassis, I'm going to use the M2 chassis off of one of my Fanta trucks, just because I have so many of them. And I got to take the tampos, decals, whatever y'all want to call them. I mostly call them decals, but I guess a lot of people want to call them tampos. I don't understand why that is, but it is what it is. So we got to wipe that off the cab still. Got to put a new grill and bumper in it, since the one that I had on it yesterday I stole and put it on this crew cab short bed, and I think it looks pretty good on there. So we're gonna totally switch this around. I still need to do some painting on this truck and get the mirrors on it, so maybe we'll get to that today. But first of all, we're gonna build this truck. So first things first, I need to pop it back apart again. I should have done this beforehand, but I thought it looked better sitting there on it. So I probably could have left the bed on there, but I at least want the screw out so I can take it off when I'm ready to change it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this cab together, and then I'm going to put it where y'all can see it. So we don't have to cut these off because these should line right up with the bed. Matter of fact, this bed should just pop right on there. Now I'm going to have to drill this out a little bit, but these will pop right on there, and this will go together like it's made to. So what we need to do here is figure out where we're going to cut it. Yeah, how about I put it where you can see it? What we're going to do is figure out where we're going to cut this thing. And you normally aim for about the middle of the cab, if it'll focus in, as I'm blocking all the light. See, I get more lights in here, and then I put my big hands in the way. So we're going to try to cut it right here about the middle of the cab, and then we'll cut it again after we figure out exactly how we want this to line up. I go for the middle of the cab just because that just seems to be the perfect spot to go for. We got these M2s, so we got a screw we can put in the front, and then we'll glue it all together. Once we glue the bed and both halves of the chassis all back together, this thing will be one solid truck. So give me a minute, folks. Let me cut this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we got the first part cut. So just cut it straight across there. I got to do a little bit of filing on it still, which is just break up my rat tail file. Do a little bit of filing just to get that nice and smooth. See, now we got that nice and flat and smooth. I don't know if it shows up on camera or not, but that's what we did. So now all we do is we stick this back in. I'm not going to screw it back in just yet because we still got some more hacking to do. Put the bed back on the chassis, and then we'll just, well, actually I should have put I'm going to have to drill this out first. Give me a second. Come here, you. So we'll just Okay, so what we did there is we just drilled out our rivet holes a little bit bigger, so that they fit the cab a little bit better. See, now it goes together perfectly. All right, so now we got that part done. Let's put the chassis back on the truck. Actually, I should have put the front back on first. With all these cameras, well, not all these cameras, only got one, but with all these daggone lights, trying to put this where you can see it and I can see it is not what one would say would be easy. So I'm sorry, y'all, I'm still fighting to get this together. So anyway, long story short, we're going to line this up and we're going to cut this, and then we're going to match this all up together. So give me a minute to do this, because trying to do this on camera in front of all these stupid lights is not very easy. So give me a second, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, so I got it cut and I got it back together. And as you can see, we have a space there between the cab and the bed that we need to shorten up there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to file this down some more so I can get that gap shortened in the cab there. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to use my rat tail file, and I'm just going to go back and forth across the file 150,000 times. So I won't bore you with that. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We got her all nice and tight, got the ride height all set. All we basically have to do now is clean off the Tampo decals and glue this bad boy together. Again, I don't have the back screwed together yet. It's just on there, so we're gonna have to glue. We'll glue where these two rivets are onto the back of the bed here. And then what I'll also do is I'll put a little bead of glue here along the back of the cab to help glue the whole truck together. That seals it up pretty good. And then also find my screwdriver. Take out this screw. I will also glue the interior inside of the cab so that this is all glued together. And when I screw the chassis back on there, I'm gonna need something to glue this into. So with this being glued in, that's going to help hold this on there also and make everything nice and solid. And then when we bring the back half in, we're going to glue it also to the bottom of this interior. So we want this to be all nice and solid when once we get it built. If you do not glue in the interior, then the whole truck can split apart on you. You don't want that. You don't want to spend all this time and effort building a truck and then it come apart because you didn't glue it right. So that's what we're going to do now. Obviously that's not a on-camera kind of thing. It's just a matter of gluing it all together. Well, actually I got to take these tampos off first. So I'll get those off first. You've seen me do that. And then I'll get it glued together. And then I'll be back for the final reveal. And then maybe we'll go ahead and hang some mirrors on. We'll see how that goes. I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, y'all. I finally got her finished. This is going to be our final product here. Just a straight regular cab dually. I got the mirrors on it, so it looks pretty good there. May do a tow hitch on here yet. I just have to dig one out, but it's just basically your single cab dually. I think it turned out pretty good. What do y'all think? This was one of the quicker, easier projects, just because mostly all we had to do was cut the bottom of the chassis to shorten it to make it fit. So you can see we got that cut, got that all glued back together. Now we're just waiting for it to completely dry, and I'll go through there and I'll paint the bottom of this truck to hide the seam where we cut it, and that truck will be ready to roll down the road. Thought I'd line up a few of my Chevys behind it to show you that I may have a slight addiction going on here. This is the one we just built in the last video. I just got the mirrors on it a little bit ago. I went with a different style mirror on this one. I wanted to go with the regular newer style Chevy tow mirror on this truck, just because I didn't want that big mirror, tow mirror on here. Since it's just a short bed, he really doesn't need it. This is my white version that I've done that I'm going to redo. I'm just not in a big hurry to do that right now, so we're going to redo the chassis on this one and make it look more like the black one. We're just going to eventually get to it. And then just a couple more here to show you. This one you've already seen me build. I posted a picture on Instagram the other day to see whether or not people liked it better, the camper better on this single cab dually or on my crew cab dually. Most people seem to like it better on the single cab dually, and I think I have to agree. That's why I think this is now going to be the new home for this camper. I think I'm going to list this and sell this as a set or as a single truck. So that's what I got for y'all today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check me out on eBay. Y'all have a good day now. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.